Hey tech fans, I'm Kelly Vasey, and this is another week of the Gem Factor. What's the Gem Factor? Well, boom boom, gems. This is where we talk about gems of a job, IT related jobs actually, because we're Emerald Resource Group. That's right, we're a gem as well. No, really. These are special jobs, and we feature one each week, and we tell you all about it. We tell you everything from the tech stack to the pay to the cultural fit, kind of the coolness about it. We do it because, well, we're passionate about matching you with your dream job, or maybe one that's really going to make, you know, the next fit for your family and make it just your life a lot better. So you should probably pay attention because we're sending this to you for a reason, and you're probably watching it for a reason because you're looking for something. So get ready, we're gonna talk about this job and then rank it throughout each gem and give you a final result. All right, so let's go. What's this gem of a job? It is a software engineer night shift. So let's talk about tech stack. You need for this job at least a minimum of 2 years experience. That's it, 2 years, but kind of all inclusive with this. So one, object-oriented programming. And that would be full stack. Maybe it's C#, maybe it's Java, maybe you have some open source, maybe you have PHP, but you also have to have, you know, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and some database side as well, SQL, Ajax, all that included. So they prefer C# or Java, but you know, they'll use whatever else within there. But as long as you have strong programming skills and you've actually done it professionally, not on the side, done it professionally, so far, so good, okay? Next would be deployment and automation experience. So have you released, you know, a new application, deployed it, right? Have you deployed it within your time so far as a software developer or engineer? That would be key because you're gonna be doing this part of the night shift. That's when they do a lot of their deployments. Automation side, you know, how do we get this more in a process and particularly into QA, how do we find these, you know, bugs faster and deal with them faster and track them? Well, that's why you have to have QA testing and bug tracking experience as well. So you can't have just handed it off to a QA department. You have to have tested your own code, which you should be doing as a developer, but QAs, I know you and QAs tend to go at it, but you have to have that experience within QA for this. And I would also say just the idea of a ticketing system support, like first in, first out, whoever calls you first, you solve that one, you escalate if you can't solve it, all of that. So overall, because this role, you know, really involves a little bit of everything, a lot of technology, lots of learning to do, give this a 10 out of 10 on the gem scale factor for tech stack because really it's all inclusive and it'll keep you on your toes. So next we go to salary. 50 to 60K base for this, for having at least 2 years of experience, and then quarterly bonuses. So this is when it really pays off to be part of a kind of a cool like Silicon Valley company like this one. They do well. They do really well, and when they're hot, they're paying out the money for the people that are working hard for them, and you would be included in this. So quarterly bonuses definitely makes up for maybe a little bit of a lower base. And I would also say their healthcare benefits are awesome. You don't really have to pay much coming, you know, out of your paycheck every month for the healthcare. I'll give you that little small tip. But there's some other things like paying for your cell phone bill, you know, not having to pay for parking or going downtown, you know. So all that's included within salary. So I give it a total 8 out of 10 for a salary ranking because the base is just a little bit lower, you know, maybe a little bit lower than market average here, but the bonuses definitely will make up for it. Stingray Tech? This is not a gem, that's a Stingray. Exactly, we want to talk about Stingray Tech for just one moment here because they are important to us. They're the ones that put on this show week after week, and they'll help you. They'll help you because from maybe Hollywood or maybe just Cleveland, Ohio, or wherever you're at, they will come to you, put on a full production, or maybe come to them. And you can talk about the products you're passionate about, and they can help, you know, get it out to the world, do some training, educational training, or maybe make a commercial, whatever it takes, they'll do it for you. They do it for us, so they'll do it for you. So they're the video experts, talk to them, stingraytech.com. back to the gems. All right, so let's talk about growth. Growth of this company and the industry, growth within the role. Well, I mentioned just a little tad bit ago that it's a Silicon Valley-like company. I mean, was a startup, haven't been around more than like 15, just a little over 15 years. Headquartered here in Cleveland, have grown to, just over 100 people. It's an industry that is intense, actually. It's, buzz, e-commerce is what really the industry is about. And so it's growing. It's growing, and especially the last 5 years, they've really taken off. So it's an exciting time to join this organization. Because of its growth, you can really carve your path here. So maybe start off, as maybe on the night shift, you change to day shift, then you wiggle your way into another kind of team or two. You actually get to play a lot of different roles and wear a lot of hats within a small amount of time. I've helped a lot of people actually come to this organization, and their paths look nothing like what they were in like a year or two prior. So I don't know. Because of that, I really rank this growth potential a 10 out of 10, very high. It's unlike what I see in a lot of companies here today. So 10 out of 10, great opportunity. So next we move to flexibility. A little bit interesting of a flexible schedule considering that it's night shift. However, no different if you were thinking of a day shift. You actually have your schedule like a month in advance because they plan out rotations amongst some other folks there. So you get to create your schedule, in advance, you can schedule yourself out, still take a vacation, still, make sure you're off for a certain holiday if need be, whatever, you have that opportunity, except you're just on call. You are on call when going gets rough or tough with one client or two emergency situations. So because of that flexibility sort of just goes down a little bit on my scale, but that's part of this role, really. You are to be the point person, which is awesome. You have that authority and the leadership to do so, but because of that, you are needed probably at times that many others could be sleeping or, doing something else. So I give this a 6 out of 10 for flexibility because of just the variable schedule within there. We pause again to talk about Emerald RG. Who's that? That's Twitter handle, and that's for us, Emerald Resource Group. Again, we're a recruiting firm here, IT recruiting firm here in really the Ohio area in North Carolina. We specialize in many other IT jobs. So if you, maybe aren't associating or assimilating well with this particular role, there's probably way more roles for you. Go to our website at emeraldresourcegroup.com. You'll find more there. And also we tweet out many jobs throughout the day, industry articles. So you check out us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I do want to introduce you to the recruiter that is working on this particular position. And let's get ready. Oh, it's my twin. No, I'm just kidding. It's me, Kelly. Kelly at emeraldresourcegroup.com. I'm the one working on this position. You should talk to me about it if you're interested, because I think you should be, because I wouldn't be sending you this video or you wouldn't be watching this if I wouldn't think you should be interested. I know the client, I know way more details. Again, I've helped many people here in this organization, so talk to me. I'm friendly, I'm fine. Let's get on with the show. Okay, next is perks. So what about this particular role is exciting and worth your time of leaving? Well, you get to know a little of everything. I mentioned it with the tech stack, but really, not many people get siloed into a particular role and then stay there, and then when they want to leave in 3 years or less, or after 10 years even, you're like, I only grew my experience in this little path. That is not the case here. That's an advantage of moving maybe to a little bit of smaller, more active company. So definitely a perk here. That routine bonus is a perk. Quarterly bonuses, we talked about that, but I want to, emphasize again, it in at least 5 years or more that they've implemented this bonus, people have received it every single quarter. So it's something you depend on, and also something that makes you work harder. You want to meet certain deadlines so that certain releases can get out to benefit really the greater good of the company. And lastly, I'd say perks are management. And this particular manager for this role, well respected, has been there quite a while in this organization, not a micromanager. He's a teacher, he's a trainer, he wants you to succeed, and probably one of the most loved folks, maybe top 5 folks in the organization. And I think that is a huge perk when you work for a manager who values your skills. You tend to honor them back. And so that's worth the price of admission and more when you have a great manager to work with. So 9 out of 10 for perks. Can't bring your dog to work. Or no, maybe they did. They did. Oh, I might have to change this ranking. They have brought their dog to work and have had chili cook-offs and all these other things. So 9 out of 10 on this one, maybe a little bit higher in my book. You know, that's the first time that I've actually had to change a ranking within a gem factor show. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll explode more gems. Okay, just kidding. Next, go on to coolness factor. This is the last of our gems or exciting reasons on why you're going to quit your job for this job. Coolness, brand new headquarters. So they had been growing out of their space for years and finally just released it. Brand new headquarters out here in Cleveland. Great. It's a great new spanking space, lots of room for growth and more people to come. I'd say another coolness part is tight-knit team. You actually get to work with multiple teams, but really tight-knit. And they're jokesters. They pull pranks on each other. They have a lot of fun, but then they also are like, hunker down and work and let's get this out and push it. So it's fun. It's a really fun team. I'm partial to it because I help stock that team up a little bit, but you know, they're great. They're very successful and they really are some of the heartbeat folks of the company. Also, I'd say coolness, within 2 years, you won't recognize yourself, honestly. Not because they're going to make you get tattoos with their name all over it or make you do something with your hair. No, they will train you in the types of environment, like the big data side, and maybe some security aspects, you know, hunkering in within more of the development side. You won't recognize your resume after just 2 years, 2 short years. So it truly is something that is worthwhile finding out more about. And because of that, 10 out of 10 on the coolness factor. So my favorite part is when we reveal the final gem ranking, and that, my friends, is a 53 out of 60, probably 54 out of 60 because you can bring a dog every now and then. 53 out of 60, that's a strong ranking. What do you do with this now that you found out the ranking and that you're sitting on the edge of the seat wanting to find out more? Well, you apply. You go on our website, emeraldresourcegroup.com, find it, apply for it. It'll go right to me, so you could just email me. Email me, Kelly with a Y at emeraldresourcegroup.com. I'll tell you more about it when you know, we talk. And again, this is exciting. I mean, this really is. And if you're not excited about it, maybe because it's not the right fit for you, you should tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your boss that he should do it. I don't know. Tell somebody. Be a good friend. Pass the word along, because I guarantee if it's not for you this time around, one of the upcoming videos will be in the weeks to come. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is the Gem Factor, and I'm Kelly Basie. I will definitely see you next week. Have a great one.